is the video on straight division. It's Vedic math way. Sutra applied is vertically and crosswise. This is video number 11. Let us continue. Let's look at outline here. We first section is about common link amongst division methods. Trying to compare the division methods we have used and we would use and trying to find a common link. Okay, let's find out. That's next. Then we have section on division using two-digit divisors. Next we have a section on three-digit divisors. Division when divisor is three-digit long. Let's continue. And after that we have a consider a divisions where number of digits in divisor are 4, at least 4 and maybe more. Recap what we have so far done in divisions. Let's continue. Okay. In nickel method of division, which is given by this in this video, we argued that nickel method emulated straight division. Let's continue. We assume that transpose and apply method of division also emulated straight division. So straight division was emulated using these methods also. And now we will come back to recap. In transpose and apply method division, we related two methods. First, by stating transpose of surplus was effectively a deficiency. So the two methods discussed previously, Nicola method and transpose and apply, and we declared over there that transpose of surplus used in transpose and apply method was effectively the deficiency which was used in Nicola method division. So these two were related already. Okay? Connecting links are, one is base numbers, proportional base numbers, and proportionality can be 1 or higher. Let's continue. And two-step division. See, divide first by natural base number. Two-step division is, first division is by the natural base number and second division is by the proportionality. So we first divide by the natural base number. Okay. Let's continue. Then divide second by the proportion, which may be 1, and adjust for deviation. Deviation is a common term I'm using both for deficiency. You will notice that same links connect straight division method to previously discussed method. We use the same concept of two-step division. Divide first by natural base number, then by proportionality, and make adjustments. Okay, so same links applied in the previously discussed method. Okay, let's continue here. And in fact, straight method of division covers both the previously discussed methods, which were Nicola method of division and also transpose and apply method of division. In Nicola method of division, we also discussed how to compute recurring numbers using Nicola method of division. So, and same method applies, the same mechanism applies to computing recurring numbers. Let's continue here. Had we not ventured into proportional based numbers, straight division would have been an entirely new method. However, we explored proportional based numbers in previous division methods, and we would find that the methods are functionally equivalent. We'll find when we go into straight division method that the straight division method is functionally equivalent to the base division methods we already issues encountered. Let's recap the issues we had. In Nicola method, we were adding adjustments. Sometimes we got a multiple digits in quotient or in adjustment positions. And how do we work around those issues? We usually look ahead and anticipate a carry to mitigate the issue. That's the way we would use. This is the mechanism. Look ahead mechanism is the one we used to mitigate the issue of multiple digits in a quotient position are in adjustment positions. Let's continue here. In transpose and apply, we have to contend with both the large positive numbers and large negative numbers. In computing 1 over 3, we encountered both the large positive and large negative numbers. And how did we work around those? We used negative digits and altered remainders to mitigate the issues. Okay? So when we got into the dividing 1 by 13, we had in quotients we had 1, next quotient value was minus 3, next plus 9, next minus 27, next plus 81, and so on. And in that case we use the negative digits and also altered remainder methods to mitigate the issue. Then the issue was manageable after we use these two issues encountered. Again, continue. In dividing 98765 by 89, when we use the base number of 100, we were getting a larger numbers in quotient and also the uh, in the adjustment positions. So, but we use the proportional base number to mitigate the issue. Instead of using 100 as a base, we used 90 as a base, which was 9 times 10. Let's continue. When we get into the issue in straight division, we will use look ahead all these mechanisms we learned so far, altered remainders, negative number to reduce adjustments. Let's continue. We'll use a comparative example. Tirthaji uses this example here, 38982 divided by 73, to illustrate that previous methods are cumbersome and a straight method of division eliminates the issues. Okay, and let's see, Tirthaji shows that these two methods are different, and we would try to show that these are functionally equivalent. Okay? Let's continue here. We will show that methods are similar, and in fact these are functionally equivalent. Let's continue here. Transpose and apply method, we will use it. Divisor is 73, which is proportional base number is 70, surplus is 3. Okay? A two-step division is 10 times 7, and transpose is minus 3. So we will first divide by 10, then by 7, and we would adjust for the transpose, which is minus 3, when there is a non-zero quotient digit. Let's first do a transpose and apply method. Divisor is 73. This repeat here. Proportional base number is 70. Surplus is 3. Two-step division is 10 times 7. First divide by natural base number 10, then by the proportionality, and transpose is minus 3. Transpose of surplus is minus 3. Let's continue here. So we set up the problem like that. Divisor 73, transpose minus 3, and dividend is 38982. Okay. Let's continue. First we divide by 10, first division. Okay. We just did. Let's continue. Then next we divide by second division. 38 divided by 7 is 5, remainder 3. Okay. So we got 5, remainder 3. Now in next column we have 39 and plus adjustment because of this quotient 5 and surplus minus 3. Let's continue here. Adjustment in the next column due to transpose are 5 times minus 3, which is minus 15. Okay, so minus 15, 39 minus 15 is 20. Okay. And 3 times 10, and total adjustment is 3 times 10 for 3 from the remainder, which is proportional, minus 15 from this one here, which is equal to 15. Okay, and working dividend in that column would be 9 plus the adjustment 15, which is 24. Continue. Dividing by 7 in that column we have 24 divided by 7 is 3, remainder 3. Let's continue. So we got 3 here and the remainder 3. Okay, let's go next column. Now working dividend in next column is 38 minus 3 times 3, 29. 38 minus 9 is 29, and 20 divided in that column, 29 divided by 7 is 4, remainder 1. Let's continue here. 4, remainder 1. Let's continue. So next remainder is 12, the gross remainder, and plus the adjustment 4 times minus 3, which is 0. So remainder is 0. Let's continue. Okay. That means 38982 divided by 73 is 534, remainder 0. Let's continue with our comparative example. Okay, now we do straight division method. So we have divisor is 73, where we say 3 is on the flag. That's what we say. We use the left digit for division, and 3 we put it away for a while, put that on a flag. Let's continue. So how are we going to do that? Okay. So first this setup problem here, 38982 is the dividend and 73 is the divisor. Okay, let's continue. So what we are doing, these suggests that drawing a line to the left of the rightmost digit and move the rightmost digit on the of the divisor on the flag. So move the 3 on the flag and draw a line to the left of the 2 on in a dividend. Let's continue. Effectively, what is it? Divide both the dividend and divisor by 10. So we are going to do that. We just did. We divided the dividend and divisor both by 10. Okay, let's continue here and also move this 3 on the flag. Let's continue here. Entire division is by 7. Okay, we have set aside one column to the right for remainder, and there is one digit on the flag. So set aside this column is for remainder here. We got one digit on the flag. Let's continue. This is what we had before. Now we are going to divide by 7. 38 is my dividend I'm going to use to divide. 38 by 7 to get 5 in the quotient position and 3 as remainder. Okay, let's see what we do. We have a 38 divided by 7 is 5, remainder 3. Let's see what we do. So we got a 5 here in the quotient and a 3 as a remainder. Okay, let's continue here. From 39 we deduct Q, which is 5, times flag, which is 3, and which is 15. So that means that effective dividend in that position is 39 minus 15, which is 24. Let's continue. Dividing in that position, we have 24 divided by 7 is 3, remainder 3. Let's continue here. So we got 3, remainder 3. Okay, in next column now. In next column, effective dividend in next column is 38. That's that one here, minus 3 times 3, minus 9. So which is 29. Okay, let's continue here. Dividing in that position, in this position here, which we have 29 divided by 7 is 4, remainder 1. Let's continue here. So we got 4, remainder 1. Let's continue. Now we are in effective remainder is 12. 12 was the gross remainder, minus 4 times 3. 4 the quotient digit and 3 the flag digit. Let's continue here. Yeah, so we got a, so that means that 38982 divided by 73 is 534, remainder 0. Let's do some observations here now. In my humble opinion, two methods are functionally equivalent. Difference is not what, it's instead when. Now the differences are, in the base division we start transpose surplus on setup. So we computed transpose of the surplus when we set up the problem. Okay. In straight division we add negative of Q times flag, which is the two end up being equivalent. We compute adjustments as soon as we can in the base divisions. As soon as we know a Q digit, we compute the adjustments. Okay, and we compute adjustments when needed in straight division. In straight division, we would use the adjustments when we need them. Okay. Let's see why there are different approaches. Let's continue here. Tirtha shows division without dividing in base divisions. When Tirtha is doing base division, he's trying to show that it's possible to divide without really dividing. Okay? So as such, he stays with the natural base numbers only. Okay? And I have concentrated on, let's see what I have been trying to do, exposing underlying math. I'm trying to discover what's the underlying math is. Okay, continue, and exposing common link amongst all VM method division methods. And there is a common link and I want to expose that. Let's continue here. And Tirthaji is comfortable with the dry line to the left of so many digits for remainder. Okay? To me, that let's see. To me, that appears to be hiding something. I'm more at home with the dividing by corresponding base number instead of. I end up drawing a line, but I do that with the full knowledge of that I'm dividing by a base number. Let's continue here. We had used proportion based numbers in base multiplications, and we should use the same in base division too. But VM community is comfortable using only the natural base numbers in base division. Tirthaji used only the natural base numbers, and VM community is comfortable using only the natural base numbers in base division. Let's continue here. Okay, now question is, do we need straight division? Yes, you sure do. Not that fast. Tirthaji devoted a whole chapter. Okay, straight division uses vertical and crosswise for multiplication and is suitable for mental manipulation. Okay. I know that we didn't see a vertical and crosswise here because we were multiplying single digits. When we go to multiple digits, then we get to see the magic of vertical and crosswise. Okay, so it's a suitable for mental manipulation. We use this method in computing square roots, computing cube roots, and we do not plan to cover that. Okay, I don't expect to have a video on computing cube roots. Let's continue here. Computing real solutions of a quadratic. Quadratic can have a complex solutions, also can have real solutions. Okay, we can use this method to compute real solutions. Okay, I need to look into it later. Maybe we can use the same method in computing complex roots also, okay, of a quadratic. Let's continue with next section here. Okay, common links we already discussed. This section is but 2-digit divisors. A 3-digit divisor will be next section, and 4 and more digit divisor would be a section after that. Let's continue. Let's discuss what 2-digit divisors are and what we are going to cover in this section. Let's continue here. We will use randomly generated numbers for dividends and divisors. Let's continue here. We have already seen the method, and it's a matter of practice so that you get a hang of it. Okay, it's general division, and we just need to practice here. Okay, let's continue. First example I am going to use is 930169 divided by 85. Let us continue here. So we start a problem here. Dividend is 930169 and divisor is 85. Okay. Nothing new. We have done that before. Let's continue here. Divide both dividend and divisor by 10. That will set aside one column for the remainder and will move the one digit on the flag. Let's continue here. So we got one column for the remainder here, and we divided divisor by 10, and remainder part 5, we moved that on the flag. We moved it a little higher so that it's out of the way for now, and we would continue to divide by 8 and make adjustments for the flag digit. Let's continue here. Divide the first column by 8, so we got 9 here. We would divide by 8. 9 divided by 8 is 1, remainder 1. So let's see what we do with that. 1 of the quotient goes here, and the remainder goes in the next column here. This remainder is from second division, and it's worth 10 as much, so it's a 10 plus 3 here, next column. Now we have to make adjustments because this is a 1 quotient, and this 5 on the flag. We got to subtract 5 times 1 from the next dividend position. Let's continue here. So gross dividend in next column is 13, 1, which is 10 plus 3. Okay, and net dividend is 13 minus 1 times 5, okay, which is 8. Okay, and so we got 8 in next column. We have 8, and 8 divided by 8 is 1, remainder 0. Okay, so this 13 minus 5 is 8. Okay? 8 divided by 8 is 1, remainder 0. Let's continue here. So we got 1 and remainder is 0. Let's continue. Okay, we have done so far in the previous slide. Let's continue here. Okay, in this column we have a 0 here, and net dividend is 0 minus this quotient digit here times 5. So minus 5 divided by 8 is 0, remainder minus 5. In this column it is 0 here and remainder minus 5 for the next column. Let's continue here. So this is how we show 0 and negative 5. Let's continue. In next column we have a minus 50 from this negative 5, which is proportional, plus 1, which is minus 49. Adjustment because of this 5 on the flag and 0 on the quotient is 0. Minus 49 minus 0 is still minus 49. So we have minus 49 in this column, and we are divided by 8 because we are using only this digit for division. So that give me 6 negative, remainder 1. Let's continue. So we got 6 negative here and remainder is 1. Okay, so in this column here we have a gross dividend of negative 4. Let's continue here. Okay, so we got a negative 10 plus 6 is minus 4. So that's my gross dividend here. Okay, and net dividend is minus 4, and adjustment from here. Negative 6 times 5 is negative 30, which is we had subtract. That makes me plus 20 minus 4 plus 30 is 26. Okay, now we divide. In next column we have 26 divided by 8 is 3, remainder 2. Here is 3 here and remainder 2. Okay. Let's continue. We have gone so far in the previous slide here. Okay, we have computed all the quotient digits and we have a gross remainder here. Let's continue. Gross remainder is 29, just like that here. Okay, and net remainder is 29 minus 3 times 5. Okay, the flag digit times the quotient digit, we have to subtract the product out of that from 29. So they get 14. Net remainder is 14. That's my net remainder 14 here. Let's continue here. And so that means 930169 divided by 85 is 110, negative 6, 3, remainder 14. We have to resolve negative 6 here. Okay, let's continue here. And how we resolve this thing is 106 negative. So that is like 100 minus 6, which is 094. Let's continue. So that means 930169 divided by 85 is 10943, remainder 14. Let's continue. For example here, 786065 divided by 63. Let's continue here. Set up the problem. That's dividend here, 786065, and that's my divisor, 6 and 3. Okay, first thing we do is divide by 10 both the dividend and divisor. We just did. So we got one column for the remainder out of dividend, and we have a one column in digit 3 is on the flag. We would ignore that in division. We would just divide by the first digit here, 6. Okay, let's continue here. Set up the right column for the remainder and put 3 on the flag. Okay, divide in the first column by 6. 7 divided by 6 is 1, remainder 1. Let's continue here. So 1, remainder 1. This 1 is like 10 for the next column. So it's 10 plus 8 is 18 in next column so far. That's my gross dividend here. So next net dividend next column is 18 minus 3 times 1. 3 is flag digit, Q is the quotient. So 18, that's 15, and 15, when we divide 15 by 6, I have a 2, remainder 3. Okay, let's continue here. So we got 2 here and remainder is 3. In next column, gross dividend is 36. Let's continue. In next column, we have 36 minus 2 times 3. 2 quotient digit and 3 flag digit, which is 36 minus 6 is 30. And then we divide. Okay, 36 divided by 6 is 5, remainder 0. Okay, let's continue. However, that would give me an overshoot. So instead of 5 remainder 0, we would use 4 remainder 6, and that's like altered remainders we have been talking about. We use the defined them in transpose and applied divisions. We had also referred to the altered remainders during discussion on fractions. So we would use 4 remainder 6. The 4 here and the remainder is a 6. In next column we have 60 is gross dividend and adjustment is 4 times 3. So 60 minus 12 is 48, and 48 divided by 6 is again 8 remainder 0, and we would use 7 remainder 6 to avoid any overshoot. Let's continue here. So we get 7 remainder 6. Now we have to divide in this column here. 66 minus 21. Let's continue. So in next column we have 66 minus 21, which is 45. 66 here, 7 times 3, 21 at the adjustments, a negative there. 45 is the net dividend. We divide 45 divided by 6, I got 7, remainder 3. Let's continue here. So I got 7, remainder 3. Continue. In the remainder column have 35, 3 and 5. 3 is like 30 here, 30 plus 5, 35, minus 7 times 3, minus 21, which is 14. Okay, okay. So the remainder is 14. Let's continue. Okay, that means that 786065 divided by 63 is 12477, remainder 14. Let's another example here. 122535 divided by 59. Let's continue. Okay, 59 is 60 minus 1, and we would use 6 and a bar 1 in the divisor. Set up the problem like this. So we got 6 bar 1 in the divisor, 122535 in the dividend. Okay, first thing we do, we divide both the dividend and divisor by 10 and move negative 1 on the flag. Okay, so we divide that by 10. This is my remainder column. Divide that by 10. This is my flag digit. Okay, and we would divide by 6. Continue here. So 12 divided by 6. Now get it 12 here in the dividend. I get 2 remainder 0. Okay, so we did it 2 remainder 0. Let's continue here. Next in next column is net dividend is this 2 minus 2 times negative 1. Okay, that's a 4. 4 divided by 6 is 0, remainder 4. So we got 0, remainder 4. Okay. In next column we have 45 here plus adjustment due to R 0 times the flag digit 0. So 45 minus 0 is still 0, and 45 divided by 6 is, we divide 45 in this column by 6. I got 7, remainder 3. Let's continue here. So get 7, remainder 3. Now let's work on this column here. And net dividend in next column is 33 here, and minus 7 times negative 1, which is 33 plus 7 is 40. Okay, and I have net dividend of 40. I would divide that by 6. 40 divided by 6 is 6, remainder 4. Let's continue here. We got 6, remainder 4. Let's continue. Now net remainder is, first 45 is gross remainder, and plus 6 times negative 1 is negative 6, and we subtract that. 45 minus negative 6 is 45 plus 6, which is equal to 51. Let's continue. So I got remainder is 51. And that means that 122536, that's 122535, 122535, remainder 59 is 2076, remainder 51. Let's do another example here. Example is 473316 divided by 91. Let's settle the problem here. 91 for the divisor and 473316 for the dividend. Let's continue. So divide dividend and divisor by 10. Move one digit, this one on the flag, and that leaves one remainder column and one divisor digit on flag. Let's continue here. Got that? Now, first two column is 47. We have to divide by 9. 47 divided by 9 is 5. Remainder 2. Let's continue. So that's we get 5 here. In this column here, we divide 47 by 9. We get 5. And 2 remainder for the next column, which is like 20 to the next column. 20 plus 3 is 23. Let's continue here. Net dividend next column is 23 minus 5 times 1. 5 quotient digit, 1 flag digit. So that's like 18. That means 18 divided by 9 is 2, remainder 0. Let's continue here. 2 remainder. So I'm using 2 remainder 0. Let's continue here. In next column we have a net dividend is 3 minus 1 times 2. 3 minus 1 times 2 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. And 1 divided by 9. Now we have net dividend 1. We would divide that by 9. This one digit we are trying to divide by. That gives me 0. Remainder 1. Let's continue here. So I got 0 in this column here and remainder is 1. Let's continue. Okay, now next dividend is 11. Here 11 and minus 0 for here. This one 0 times 1 is 0. 11 minus 0 is 11 and we divide 11 divided by 9 is 1, remainder 2. There is 1 here and remainder is 2. Let's continue here. And net remainder is 26. This is 26 minus this 1 times 1 is 25. Continue here. So remainder is 25. Means 473316 divided by 91 is 5201, remainder 25. That means 473316 divided by 91 is 5201, remainder 25. Let's continue. Let's consider this example here. 17773 divided by 64. 17773 divided by 64. Okay. Now we set up the problem. Dividend 17773 divided by 64. 64. Let's continue. First we divide dividend and divisor by 10. That will move one digit on the flag and that leaves the remainder column, one column for the remainder. Let's see what happens. So we got this is the remainder column here. This is my digit on the flag. Let's continue here. Now we're going to divide by 6. This is we're going to divide by 6. 17 divided by 6 is 2, remainder 5. Let's continue. So there's a 2 here and a remainder 5. In next column have 57 as a gross dividend minus 2 times 4. Okay, let's continue here. So in next net dividend next column is 57. That's 57 minus 2 times 4, which is 49 now. 49 divided by 6 is 8, remainder 1. Okay, and that would give me overshoot in next column, so I'm going to use 7, remainder 7 here. That's my altered remainder. Let's continue here. 7, remainder 7. So in next column what we have now, net dividend next column is 77 minus 7 times 4, 49. 49 is 14, then we divide 49 by 6, this digit here. 49 divided by 6 is 8, remainder 1. Again, instead we would use 7, remainder 7. Okay, otherwise there would be overshoot in the next column. Let's continue here. So the 7, remainder 7. Let's continue. Now net remainder is 73 minus 7 times 4. 73 minus 28 is 45. Let's continue here. So the R remainder 45. Let's continue. That means 17773 divided by 64 is 277, remainder 45. That means 17773 divided by 64 is 277, remainder 45. Let's now. Determine quotient and remainder from the following divisions. So first division is 433,538 divided by 65. Next is 728,528 divided by 43. Next is 46164 divided by 82. Next is 285914 divided by 81, and some more. Okay, let's look at the next section now. The next section is about three digits divisors. We would consider divisions where divisor has three digits. Let's continue here. First example is 9437078 divided by 941. Three digits in the divisor. Let's continue here. So let's see what setup is. Setup column is, here is my dividend. Here is my divisor. 9437078 is the dividend and 941 is the divisor. Let's continue here. First thing we do is divide both the dividend and divisor by 100. See, what we are trying to do is leave only one digit of the divisor on one side and rest of that as a remainder. Let's continue. We just did, and we move. Now we have a two digits positions for the remainder part, and the two digits of the divisor we have moved that to the flag. Let's continue here. So a flag means that we're going to ignore this as far as multiplication is concerned, but we will look that up when we have to adjust for the flag digits. Let's continue. First division is divide 9 by this 9. We would do division only by this digit 9. 9 divided by 9 is 1, remainder 0. Okay, let's continue here. So we do 1, remainder 0. So right now quotient digit is 1. And that's what we would use for adjustments because of the flag digits. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so flag digits are 4 and 1, and there is only one digit in the quotient so far. So adjustments would be negative of 4 times 1. So adjustment would be, we would be subtracting 4 times 1, which is 4, from the next dividend position. Let's continue. Adjustment due to flag in the next column is 4, which is 4 times 1. Okay. Now next dividend in next column is, here's a 4 in the dividend position here, and minus 4 from the adjustment position, okay, which is 0. And we divide 0 by 9. I got 0, remainder 0 in the next column. Yes, because 0 here from division in this column, and then 0 is the remainder for the to be used in the next column's division. Let's continue here. So now we have two digits of the quotient, 1 and a 0, and these are the digits from the flag. Flag is 4 and 1, and the quotient. Most recent two digits of quotient are 1 and a 0. Let's continue here. So that means the adjustment would be 4 times 0 is a 0, and 1 times 1 is a 1. So it would be minus, we will be subtracting 1. We have 3 in the next dividend position. We would subtract 3 minus 1, which is from the adjustment here, which is equal to 2. When you divide 2 by 9, I got a 0, remainder 2. Let's continue. So in this column also I have a 0. And 2 remainder is to be used for the next dividend position when we are trying to divide in that column. Let's continue. Most recent two digits are now 0 and 0. Okay, so for adjustment purposes, we have, this is the, my flag digits are 4 and 1, and my most recent two quotient digits are 0 and 0. So adjustment In the next column is 4 times 0 plus 1 times 0, which is 0. Let's continue here. So in next column we have net dividend is 27 minus 0, which is 27. Then we divide 27 by 9, and I use the altered remainder, 2 remainder 9. If I use 3 remainder 0, then in next column I would have been getting a negative number. Okay? Because this is 0 here, okay, and this is would be 3 here. So 0 and 3 would mean 4 times 12. We will subtract 12 in next column and would have given me a negative number. So as such, I use altered remainder. Instead of using quotient of 3, I use the quotient of 2. That leaves me a remainder of 9. Let's continue. So that goes 2 and a 9 here. Let's continue now. This is we have so far from the previous slide. Okay, 1002 and remainder 9 here. Okay, let's look at 0, 2 are the most recent quotient digits, and 4, 1 are the flag digits. Let's continue. So most recent quotient digits are 0 and 2. Okay, and so this is the setup for the adjustments. 1 times 0 is a 0, and 4 times 2 is a 8. So we will be subtracting 8 from 90. Let's continue here. So next dividend in net dividend in next column is 90 minus 8, which is 82. Let's continue. Then we would divide that by 82 by 9, and instead of using 9 remainder 1, I'm using a 8 remainder 2, which is a 10 altered remainder. So we'll use 8 remainder 10, because 9 times 8 is 72, and 82 minus 72 is a 10. Okay? That's same reason that if I use a 9 remainder 1, I would be getting negative values in the next column. Okay? That would mean 17 minus 2 and a 9 here, 2 and a 9. That means 4 times 36 and 1 times 2, 38. I subtract 38 from 17, I get a negative value. Okay, let's continue here. So 8 remainder 10. Okay. Let's see, continue here. Now, in the next column, now most recent 2 digits of quotients are 2 and 8. In the right side of this line we have the remainder section. In that we do not divide anymore, except if we are trying to do decimalize, we would divide in this section. Otherwise we do not divide in this section here, in the remainder section. So we have most recent 2 digits are 2 and 8. Okay, let's continue here. Okay, so that means that for adjustment purposes I have 4 1 for the flag digits and 2 8 for my quotient digit, most recent 2 quotient digits. Let's continue here. That means in first remainder column is 107 minus 4 times 8 is 32, plus 1 times 2 is 2. 32 plus 2 is 34. So 107 minus 34 is 73 is the net remainder in this first column. Let's continue here. So 73 here. Okay, let's continue. Now we have no more quotient digits. We have used all the quotient digits here. So we will start dropping the quotient digit on the left. Okay, we are going from left to right. Okay. So we have used all quotient digits, drop the column on left. Okay. So there is no quotient digit here, so only one is available is 1 and 8. Adjustment would be 1 times 8, which is 8. Okay, net remainder in last column in last column is 8 minus the adjustment of 8, which is 0. Okay, so net remainder is 730, 73 in the tens column and 0 in the units column. Okay, so the remainder is 730, which is less than 941, so we should be fine. Let's continue here. That means 9437078 divided by 941 is 10028, remainder 730. 9437078 divided by 941 is 10028, remainder 730. Here's another example is 1965423 divided by 573. 3 digits for the divisor. Let's continue here. We set a problem like this. This is my dividend here and a divisor here. Let's continue. First thing we do is divide by 100 both the dividend and the divisor. Okay? So we just did. Okay. Now divide here 19. We divide by 5. That give me 3, remainder 4. So 3, remainder 4. Now adjustments only one digit in the quotient now. Okay. Continue here. So the quotient digits are 3 and nothing else. Okay. We're doing from left to right. So adjustment is 7 times 3 is 21 and 46 minus 21 is 25. Let's continue here. Net dividend next column is 46 minus 7 times 3, which is 21, and 46 minus 21 is 25. Let's continue here. So 25 divided by 5, we use 4, remainder 5. Okay, that's same reasoning. If I use 5 remainder 0, I would be getting negative in the next column. So 4 remainder 5, and that's we call altered remainders. Let's continue here. Okay, now we have a 2 digits 3 and 4 in quotient digit position. Most recent 2 quotient digits. Okay, we're looking for 2 because we divide by 100 here, and there are 2 digits in the on the flag. Continue. Most recent 2 quotient digits now are 3 and 4. Okay? So we got an adjustment to matrix is this one 7 3 in the from the flag digits 3 and 4 from quotient digits. Okay. Now net dividend next column is this is 55 here minus 7 times 4 is 28 and 3 plus 3 is 9. 28 plus 9 is 37. So 55 minus 37 is 18. We divide 18 by 5. Here is the digit we are trying to divide by. And that's give me 3 remainder 3. Let's continue here. So the 3 remainder 3. Okay. Now most recent quotient digits are 4 and 3. Okay. And the most recent quotient digits are 4 and 3. So adjustment to multiplication situation like this 7 3 from the flag digits, 4 and 3 from the quotient digits. Okay, let's continue. So next net dividend next column is this is 34 here. Okay, and minus 7 times 3 is 21 plus 3 times 4 which is 22. This is 21 plus 12 is 3 times 4 is 12. 21 plus 12 is 33. So 34 is 3 and 4, 34 minus 33 is 1. When I divide 1 divided by 5, the digit we are trying to divide by, I got 0, remainder 1. Let's continue here. So this is the way we say 0, remainder 1. This 1 remainder gets used in the next position here. So setup so far is that we have been dividing 1965423 by 573, and we have so far gotten 3430, and next remainder position, this is the remainder line. We decide quotient is to the left of this line and the remainder part is to the right of this line. Okay, and the most recent quotient 2 digits are, we just computed the quotient digit 3 and a 0. Okay. So okay, and this is the adjustment multiplication setup. So we get 7 times 0 minus 3 times plus 3 times 3. 7 is times 0 is 0. 3 times 3 is 9. So adjustment is 9. Okay. So in next column we do have a net remainder in next column is 12 minus 9, which is equal to 3. Okay, now we have no more quotient digit here, so we have used all the quotient digits. We'll start to drop columns on the left. We are doing from left to right. We are multiplying from left to right. We are dividing from left to right, and we are multiplying from left to right. So we drop a column on the left. Okay, continue here. So now done with the quotient, drop a column on left. Okay, so this is the situation here. 7 and 3, we still have 2 digits on flag, and there is no quotient digit here, and the 0 is this 0 here. Okay. So 3 times 0 is 0. Adjustment is 0. Let's continue here. And so remainder is 3 here, and the 3 minus 0, 3 in next column, so 33. Okay. So the remainder is 33. So when we divide 1965423 by 573, I got a 3430, remainder 33. Let's continue. That means 1965423 divided by 573 is 3430, remainder 33. Let's continue. Let's continue here. His example, we would now decimalize to two places, and the example is 30391 divided by 203. Let's continue here. Set a problem. Here is my dividend, and because I'm decimalizing, I wrote that dot here and added 0 to the right because I can add zeros to the right in after the decimal. Okay? So without changing the value. 203 is my divisor, 30391 dot 0 is my dividend, and only one digit for divisions, so I would be dividing by 100. Divide both the dividend and divisor by 100. We just did. Okay, we got 03 is on the flag, and this is my fractional part after the decimal, and this is the my quotient part. Okay, first we're going to divide by 3, which is here, and this is the one single digit. I'm going to divide by 3 divided by 2 is 1, remainder 1. Okay, so we go on the remainder 1. Now the quotient digit available here is 1, which is for my is a quotient is 1 for my adjustments. Okay, okay, so quotient digit is 1, and I got two digits on the flag, 0 and 3, and 1, and nothing yet for second digit for the quotient so far. Okay, so next net dividend and in next column is 10, and this is 10, 0 times 1 is 0, 10 minus 0 is 10, and then this is 10 here. We divide by 2, and I use a alternate remainder 4, remainder 2. You can try using 5 remainder 0 if you feel like, but I use 4 remainder 2. Let's continue here. So got a 4 and a 2. Okay, now we have 1 and a 4 in my most recent two quotient digits. Okay, so we have these are two quotient digits here, and now setup for the adjustment is 0 and 3, two digits from the flag, 1 and 4 from the two quotient digits here. See, I'm going through this extra steps here trying to show what the adjustments look like, and you should be able to do that mentally. Okay, with the practice at least you should. I'm showing these written steps so that you know what's going on, but you should be able to say, okay, 0, 3 and 14, which means that 3 times 1 is 1 and 0 times 4 is 0. Okay, so 3 times that here, 3 times 1 and 0 times 4. Okay, let's continue here. Net dividend in next column is 23, which is this one right here, minus 3, which 3 times 1, 0 times 4, 3 plus 0 is 3, which 20, and as a 20 divided by 2, I use a 9, remainder 2, same thing, I just use the alternate remainder. Okay, let's continue here. Okay, so look at 9, remainder 2. Okay, now 4 and 9 are the two most recent quotient digits now. Okay? Okay? So we got 0 and 3 from the flag digits, and 4 and 9 from the quotient digits, and then adjustment in next column is 4 times 3, 12. 0 times 9 does not contribute much, so 12 is the adjustment in the next column. Let's continue here. And now we'll, because we're doing dividing, we're doing decimalize, so we'll continue to divide after we reach the dividing line here, and decimal point goes right here. After the 149, we have a decimal point here. So 17, 29 minus 12 is 17, and we divide now 17 by this dividing digit. 17 divided by 2 is 8, remainder 1. Let's continue here. So 8 and the remainder 1. Now we have 11 here, and the two digits. Now we have two. We just got a quotient digit here. Now the two digits for the quotients are most recent 9 and 8. Let's continue here. This is set up from the previous page, and two quotient digits are 9 and 8, and set up for the adjustment is 0, 3 and 9, 8. So we'll be multiplying 0 by 8 and 3 by 9. 0 by 8 and 3 by 9. we should be able to do this division multiplication right here. 3 by 9 and 0 by 8. Okay. So next column we have a 11 minus 27, which is minus 16. So now we divide by 2, we get minus 9, remainder 2. I just use the, keep doing that, then start saying minus 8, remainder 0. I use the altered remainder. Let's continue here. So minus 9 and remainder is 2. Okay. So now we have 8 and a negative 9 as my most recent quotient digits. Let's continue here. Okay. So set up for the adjustment is these two digits. I multiply 3 times 8 and 0 times negative 9. Okay. 24. 3 times 8 is 24 and 0 times negative 9 is 0. So they add up to 24. Okay. Okay. So in next column we have a 20 minus 24 minus 4. If I divide minus 4 by 2, I get a negative 2, remainder 0. Let's continue here. So we get a negative 2 here. And I'm trying to do two places, so I just stopped at this place now. Okay. Let's continue here. So we got a 30391 divided by 203 is 149 dot 8 negative 9 negative 2. Okay, like this. Now when I resolve that 892 8 bar 9 bar 2, which is 800 minus 92, which is a 708 after the decimal. So 149 708, and I only needed two places, so I just add one into the I just round it up. 70.708 is 7.71. Okay, two places. Exercises now. Determine quotient and remainder for the following, and if we care to also do the decimalize to two places. Okay. So first example is 1214886 divided by 622. Next exercise 5858911 divided by 621. If you like the too much larger numbers, just to drop a couple of digits on the right from the dividend part. Okay. So 2010560 divided by 717 and some more. All right, let's continue with next section here. In this section, we would discuss divisions where number of digits on divisors are at least 4 and maybe more. Okay, divisions with 4 and more digit divisors. Let's continue. Let's continue here. Okay. The problem is 81411098 divided by 89454. 89454 is equal to 90,000 minus 546, and I can represent that as 9 and bar 0 546. Okay. Let's continue. A setup problem is this is my dividend 8141098. This is my divisor 9 bar 0546. Okay, let's continue here. First thing we do is divide both the dividend and divisor by 10,000. Okay, we just did. So this is my remainder section, and this is my quotient section, and this is my, I move these digits, 4 digits on the flag. Okay, and we would divide by 9, and these corrections, we would compute the error caused by non-zero digits on flag, and we would adjust the next dividend accordingly. Let's continue here. Divide 81. I got 81 divided by 9 is 9, remainder 0. Okay, so I got 9, remainder 0. Let's continue. Error for the non-zero flag digits is, I got 9 here. We are dividing, multiplying, we are working from left to right. So I multiply this 9 with a negative 0, and adjustment for error in next column is 0. 0, negative 0 times 9 is 0. Okay, let's continue. So in next column we have a 4 minus 0. This is the, I'm going to subtract this product here, and that gives me 4. 4 divided by 9 gives me 0, remainder 4. So I got 0 here and a 4 for the next column. Okay, now the 0, remainder 0 here. And next error for non-zero flag digit is we had 9 and a 0, and I multiplied that with negative 0 and negative 5. That means negative 5 times 9 crosswise and 0 times 0. Okay, that is negative 0 times 0 plus negative 5 times 9, and it's a negative 45. So this is the error. I'm going to subtract from 41 in next column. Okay, that means I would add 45 to 41. Okay, so next net dividend in the next column is 41 plus 45 is 86, and there we don't no more divisions. We are trying to compute a remainder, answer in the form of quotient and a remainder, and after we get into remainder section, there are no more divisions. Okay, so we got in a 45 we just added, and it becomes, so far I have a remainder which is 86. Let's continue here. Okay, this is how far we have achieved in the previous slide. Okay, now we have used both the quotient digits and only two digits of the flags. Okay, so we have used both the quotient digits, only used 0 and 5 so far. Okay, now that means we have to move the quotient digits along the flag digits to the right. Okay, so now align them 9 with the negative 5 and 0 with the negative 4. Okay? 5 and 4, and multiply this. 4 negative 4 times 9 is 36, and negative 5 times 0 is 0 crosswise. Okay, so that's my next adjustment is uh, error is negative 36, and in next column I subtract this negative 36 from next column, which becomes 0 plus 36 equals 36. Let's continue here. So we got an A, we got this 36 and this 36 here. So far I have a my remainder is in thousands column is 86, and hundreds column it's 36. Let's continue. Now I would move 90 to the right again, so it will be aligned with the negative 4 and negative 6. Let's continue. Okay, now a negative 4 and negative 6. Okay, next error for non-zero flag digit R is going to be crosswise negative 6 times 9 and negative 4 times 0. Okay, negative 6 times 9 is negative 54. So I would subtract negative 54 from next column. So 9 plus 54 is 63. So we get 50. Okay, so we get plus 54 and plus 66. Let's continue here. We drop, now we have used all the columns from the flag digits and all the columns from quotient digits, and we are going to the right. We will now drop a column on the left. We will be left with a negative 6 and a 0. Okay, and adjustment because that is 0. So so we would make an adjustment of 0 next column. That means 0 and 8. So this is my remainder so far. In thousands column I have 86, in hundreds column I have 63, and tens column I have 63, units column I have 8. Remainder is 8600 plus 3600 plus 630 plus 8. Okay, 630 plus 8 is 638, and add 3600, that gives me 4238. To that add 86,000, that gives me 90238. So it was 4238, 238 stays, and 4 gets added to 86. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, this is set up so far. Okay, let's continue here. Remainder is, we had 90238. Okay, and that would give me improper fraction. 90238 is more than 89,454. Okay. And 90238 in fact is equal to 89,454 plus 784. We'll extract a group of 89,454 and change that to one more in a quotient column, and remainder would be 784. We already had 90 groups of 89,454. We'll get one more group because 90238 is more than the divisor. Okay, continue here. So that means I would have 8141098 divided by 89,454 is 91, remainder 784. Let's consider another example here. Example is 5870476 divided by 912314. Two 4 decimal places. This is example I got from Vedic Math Academies, and Vedic Math Academy have this example in the relief letter for okay, to, okay let's settle the problem here. So 5870476 is my dividend, and 912314 is my divisor. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, let's continue. So we divide both the dividend and divisor by 10,000. Let's continue here. We just did. I got a 12314, which was remainder from division, is on the flag, and these are my 70476. These are my the remainder section, and which is my fractional section here. Digits after decimal point goes right on this line here. Okay, so let's go divide. We'll divide by 9. 58 divided by 9 is 6, remainder 4. Let's continue here. So we got 6, remainder 4. Now error for next column because of non-zero flag digits are, I got one column we are going from left to right, so 6 times 1, leftmost column is 6. Okay, 6 times 1. Okay, so that is so the next column I have 47 minus this error. I'm going to subtract the 6 here. Is 41. 41 divided by 9 is 4, remainder 5. That means I got a 4 here and remainder 5. Okay. Next error is I have 2 digits of the quotient, and I'm going to multiply with the 2 digits of the flag digits. Okay. So that give me 2 times 6 plus 1 times 4, okay, which is 16. Okay. Okay. So now I would subtract that from the next dividend position. 50 minus 4. 16 is 34. And 34 divided by 9 is 3, remainder 7. Let's continue here. So 3 remainder 7. Okay. Now I have 3 digits in the quotient, and I would multiply that with leftmost 3 digits of the flags. Okay, continue here. That would get me 1 times 3 plus 4 times 2 plus 3 times 6. Okay. 1 times 3, 3 plus 8 plus 18, 18 plus 8, 26 plus 3, 29. So next error in next column is 29. Okay. Okay, we had computed error of 29 for the next column. Okay. So next dividend in net dividend in next column is 74 minus 29, which is 45, and 45 divided by 9 is 5, remainder 0, but we will use 4, remainder 9. Okay, that's my altered remainder. That makes sure that the next digit we have in next column we are still working with the positive net dividend. Let's continue here. The 4, remainder 9. Okay. Next error for the flag is we have 4 digits in quotient, and we'll use the left 4 digits here. So it's a 1 times 4 plus 2 times 3. 4 plus 8 is 12. 3 times 4. Then another 12 here. Let's make sure 1 times 4 is a 4. 2 times 3 is a 6. 4 plus 6 is a 10, and then 4 plus 3 is a 12. 10 plus 12 is 22, plus 6 times 1 is 6, 28. Okay, so it's a 28 here. So 97 is the next dividend, and this is the error 28, and we would subtract that from the next dividend. Okay. Net dividend in next column is 97 minus 28. Is 70, and 70 remainder divided by 9 is 7, remainder 7. Let's continue. So let's go 7, remainder 7. We already have 4 digits. We were looking for 4 digits. But let's continue to get the next digit just in case we need to up round it up. Okay, let's continue. Next error, because flag is non-zero flag is now get 1, 2, 3, 5 digits and 5 digits. We multiply 1, 2, 3, 1, 4 with the 6, 4, 3, 4, 7. Okay, and we only do the crosswise and vertically. Okay, okay, so it's 1 times 7 plus 2 times 4. 7 plus 8 is 15. Then 3 times 3, 9. 15 plus 9 is 24. Then 1 times 4 is 4. 24 plus 4 is 28. Plus 4 times 6, 22, 24. 28 plus 24 is 52. So got a error for next column is 52. Okay. Net dividend next column is 76 minus 52 is equal to 24. And 24 divided by 9 is 2, remainder 6. That means 2 is the next digit, and that is not high enough, so we can use just these 6.4347. Okay, we don't have to round it up. Okay. This is a lot smaller than 5. Okay, let's continue. So 5870476 divided by 112314 is 6.4347 to 4 decimal places. Okay. Exercise is find quotient and remainder. 6498914 divided by 71324. Let's continue. 6527735 divided by 67696 and some more. Some summary here. All Vedic math divisions use divide and conquer. Okay, let's see what's the divide here I'm talking about is. What's the divide? The method divides the given divisor into two parts. Okay, one part is divide by part, usually one digit, and adjust for part, and that's the rest of the divisor. Okay, so Tirthaji has a comment to the effect should have divided by 13 in one of the example. That means that if you feel comfortable, you can use two digits in divide by part. Let's continue here. Example, in dividing by 3 4 4 5 6, we divide that into 3000 plus 456. Okay? In that 3000 is divide by part and 456 is adjust for part. Let's continue here. The method uses two-step division where we divide first by 1000, which is a natural base number, and second by 3, which is a proportionality here. 3000 is 1000 times 3, where 1000 is natural base number and 3 is the proportionality, followed by adjustment due to the adjustment part. Adjustment part is 456 here. Let's continue here. Okay, when we use in transpose and apply method, we adjust for part by surplus, and in the straight division that makes the flag. Okay, let's continue here. In dividing by 5897, we can divide either as 5000 plus 897. In that case, we will use transpose and apply method with the surplus of 897. In straight division method, that would make the flag. 897 would become flag in the straight division method. Let's continue here. If you make the 5897 looks like 6000 minus 103, in that case we will use nickel method, and 103 would be the deficiency. In straight division method, flag data would be bar negative 103. Let's continue here. And my nickel division method has shown already that division used in reckoning number is nickel method with the proportional base numbers. Okay? So all the divisions are related, and they go by divide in two parts and then divide by in two steps, first by natural base number and then by the proportionality. Proportionality may be 1. Okay, let's continue. References here. So this is the usual reference we have, and Vedic Mathematics by Bharti Krishna Tirthaji is the one we used here. This is the main reference for this topic here. We have a Glover's books is a good reference, and we also use a Vanna Singles book. Okay, and that's it. Thank you.